Each artifact is an individual piece and has to be treated individually. So a unique number is assigned to each piece, and that's called an accession number. And it's like a number that's on the spine of a library book. It's unique to that specific artifact. And that's how we track pieces within the museum and externally as well. We look at every millimeter of the piece, particularly to assess the condition. What we would do is do all of our measurements and calculations. We would put that not only in our computer database, but we also have manual records that we record as well, so that we have two sets of records that we are actually keeping in the department. We're interested in any loose threads, any dirt spots, anything that we can see, not only with the naked eye, but also with magnifying glasses as well. If, let's say, a pair of pants comes in that has grass stains or tears, we certainly want to talk about that in the records and then keep track of that down the line. Certainly, if it's anything we feel that's going to be damaging to the piece, we would want to rectify that. But other things, like the grass stains I mentioned on jerseys, uniforms, that's something we want to preserve because it was part of an actual play on the field. And so we don't want to erase history that has taken place. We want to preserve that. So every piece is an individual assessment.
After the artifact is made available to me for curatorial work, the first thing I do is verify that this is the object that we believe it is. In this case, we can do photo matching. The World Series is photographed extensively, so we can do photo matching, look at the artifact from every angle, and then compare it to the artifact that we have in hand. In this case, all the photos very easily matched the cap. This cap doesn't have a lot of wear, not a lot of markings that we would look for that we find on some artifacts. They could, if a player, for instance, has a jersey where he was sliding into a base and got dirt on it, it's easy to match that. But what we can do is show that he wore a cap that looked extremely similar in each of his 3 appearances in the World Series, and that at no time did he wear a cap that looked different in some way, that got marked in some way. So in this case, it's more of making sure that he didn't wear a cap that looked different. Now, that's just the step that we do at this stage. Of course, the team says that Bumgarner wore this cap. The Hall of Fame representative who collected the artifact believe it was. Bumgarner himself says it was his cap. And then Major League Baseball also goes through a step of putting a hologram and keeping track of when they believe the artifact was used. In this case, all of those steps all agree that this was the cap. If any one of those steps disagreed, it could still be authentic. We just have to make sure and double check. So those are the steps that we do with the artifacts themselves.